Alright, so if you want to take your seat, there you go. So, first things first, the M4 Carbon. The M4 Carbon is a 5.56 M4A1, and it is a lightweight air-cooled gas-operated magazine-fed shoulder-fired weapon designed for automatic or semi-automatic fire by using the selector lever. The weapon has a fully adjustable rear sight and is configured with a flat-top upper receiver and barrel assembly with a detachable carry handle, integral rear aperture sight, and a modified compensator that allows attachment of a sound suppressor. This weapon is your bread and butter for what we do. It is the most common weapon you'll see that any of us use, and it's a reliable system. It's accurate up until, I believe the board says,
500 meters.
500 meters, yes. So, realistically, you can effectively kill someone at ranges above 500 meters, but it's going to be very inconsistent. It'll take a lot more shots to do that than it would below 500 meters. Alright, so the M16A4 is also a lightweight air-cooled gas-operated magazine-fed shoulder-fired weapon that can be fired in 3-round bursts or semi-automatic single shots. The weapon has positive bolt locking. The weapon also has a fully adjustable rear sight and is configured with a flat-top upper receiver and barrel assembly with a detachable carrying handle and integral rear aperture sight.
Okay.
So, its expected range is also 550 meters is expected range, and its area range is 800 meters. So what it means by point effective range is when you put the point of your sight on a target, it should hit the target. 800 meters means it's going to be more or less inaccurate.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Just hold on for a second, the slides menu is really buggy. There. So the M203 is our bread and butter grenade launcher. It's a lightweight 40mm underslung grenade launcher. It features a forged aluminium rifled barrel which allows the operator to accurately engage targets at 250 meters accurately and up to 400 meters max range with various types of ammunition. So generally speaking, we only allow, I believe it's one of these per will be generally carried by your element leader. And the various types of ammunition include high explosive smoke illumination rounds, so flares basically.
Sure.
Generally, yes, I believe it does. I believe RHS has that, but I'm not too sure if we're allowed to use it. So the M249 SAW is a gas-operated air-cooled belt or magazine-fed automatic weapon that fires from the open bolt position. Maximum rate of fire is 850 rounds per minute. Ammunition feeds into the weapon from a 200-round ammunition box containing a disintegrating metallic splint link belt. Only in emergencies do M249 gunners use a 20 or 30 round M16 rifle mag, in part because this increases the chance of stoppages. So I believe this one is the short barreled, yes. So this is the standard light machine gun that you will carry if you are filling that role in your element. Its max range is 3,600 meters, however its effective range is 700 meters with the 465mm barrel and 800 meters with the 521mm barrel. I believe the one that we carry is the 465, although I think it's just up to the operator of which one they want to carry. But on to one of my personal favorites, the M240B, which is a belt-fed, air-cooled, gas-operated, fully automatic machine gun that fires from the open bolt position. Ammunition is fed into the weapon from a 100-round bandolier containing a disintegrating metallic splint link belt. The gas firing from one round provides the energy for firing the next round. The gun functions automatically as long as it is supplied with ammunition and the trigger is held to the rear. 240B machine gun supports the rifleman in both offensive and defensive operations. It is used to engage targets beyond the range of individual weapons with controlled and accurate fire. This thing is an absolute beast. It fires the 7.62 round, which packs a lot more punch than the 5.56 that the saw uses. So if we have one of these out in the field, things are gonna die pretty quickly.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Alright, so the M136AT4 is a light bolt safe-contained SLM designed for use against the improved armor of light armor vehicles. It provides lethal fire against light armor vehicles and has some effect on most enemy field fortifications. While it has a maximum range of 2,100 meters, its maximum effective range is 300 meters. This is the standard anti-vehicle weapon that we have. Unless you do a secondary billet, like we mentioned before, an AT or AA, this is the primary way to take out vehicles. So these things are effective at taking out BTRs, UAZs, any lightly armored vehicle. But generally speaking, you will save them for bigger threats. If it's just a car, you can take it out. You can take out the
So
driver
can
with your
these
rifle.
take out a T70 or a T90?
T70, technically yes, it is very hard to though.
Oh.
I believe they're. Yep, you go ahead. Yeah, the T90 is Russia's equivalent to the Abrams, so these things are not gonna do a dent in it. You're more likely to piss it off than actually damage it. Generally speaking, though, if there is any type of armor that this will not take out in at least one hit, you'll call in aviation and we'll take it out with a Hellfire.
Sure.
Alright, so the M67 or M67, whichever way you want to say it, fragmentation grenade is a grenade consisting of a pre-fragmented steel body filled with 6.5 ounces of composition B explosive. It is intended to be used in a offensive capacity and has a killing radius of 15 meters and a fragmentation dispersal radius of 230 meters. You can see down the bottom there that 5 meters is a fatality, 15 meters is an injury, and 250 meters is max. Although we've done tests with this grenade, and there's been cases where people about 250 meters away have died from the shrapnel hitting them, and then people lying prone pretty much right on top of the grenade have just come out with a few light wounds. So the way that this grenade works is that it first goes up and then out. So if you're below it, you're basically gonna be fine. You just gotta worry about the shrapnel. But if you're standing next to it when it goes off, it's gonna hit you with its full force. So basically, if a grenade gets thrown at you, and it's this particular grenade, if you have no way of running away or getting behind cover before it goes off, just go prone. And that
Sure.
increases your chance of surviving.
Yes, sir.
Then we have this little thing, which is the M84 Flashbang Stun Grenade. A diversionary device used for building and room clearing operations. It is employed when non-combatants are likely or expected and the assaulting element is attempting to achieve surprise. When the device explodes in a room, it delivers a loud bang combined with a bright flash, which is designed to temporarily blind and deafen the room occupants, as well as disorienting them for as long as 15 seconds. I've experienced one of these things going off in my face before. It's not fun. It it hurts. It's very loud, and it is a very sudden flash of white on your screen. Yeah. So we'll only use these wall clearing buildings. There's no
Sure.
practical use for them aside from that.
Sure.
However, you do need to be aware that when you do use these, there is a small amount of shrapnel, so you can get injured from them. Although no one has actually died or gone unconscious from one of these going off. So, our smoke grenades. So, the M83 white smoke grenade is used to screen and obscure movement and hamper enemy target acquisition. The device emits a cloud of white smoke for up to 30 seconds and should be used when cover and concealment are not available. So we use two types of smokes. The general just smoke, as in, you're trying to advance in a position, you need a smoke to cover you. And then we also have colored smoke, which is used to mark targets, positions, and landing zones. And the color of the smoke dictates what its purpose is. Yeah. So green is used to mark a friendly position or landing zone. Red is used to mark an enemy position. Blue indicates a break in the chain of command or a loss in communications. And purple is used only by SARCs to mark a mass casualty area. And then we also have yellow smoke, which is the exact equivalent of white smoke. Just because the AI uses white smoke when it uses smoke grenades, so we use yellow smoke, so we know who threw it. So I think out of those smoke colors, the most common one you'll see is green and red. Blue, I have never seen, and if blue pops up, then it's bad. It's real bad. And then I've only seen two purples in the entire time I've been here, and one of them was in a fun op. So. Yeah. So just adding on to grenades, if a fragmentation grenade is accidentally dropped, it is mandatory, as in you need to do this, that you yell out bad frag as soon as possible on the radio, as well as yelling it out normally. This procedure also applies if a fragmentation grenade has been thrown instead of an intended smoke or flash grenade or other throwables. All personnel in the area should immediately run directly away from the area and if possible seek cover. It is customary for bad smoke or bad flash to be yelled if a grenade of that type is accidentally employed, as observant soldiers in the area will hear the sound of a grenade being dropped and seek cover as if it is a fragmentation grenade. So basically, if you accidentally throw a smoke grenade, just yell bad smoke. If you accidentally throw a fragmentation grenade, yell out bad frag, and run the hell away.
Sure.
So, the Beretta M9 was adopted by the United States Armed Forces in 1985 and has been the primary sidearm ever since. It fires a 9x19 Parabellum, has an effective range of up to 50 meters. Just straight up, we don't use this. Our primary sidearms is either the Colt 1911, sorry, or the Glock 17, I believe. Yeah, the Glock 17. So the Glock 17 fires a 9mm, either hollow point round, I believe. I'm not too sure, but we have the 9mm option, which is the Glock 17. Then we also have the .45 ACP, which is the beautiful Bolt. I'm a pilot. I use hollow points anyway. It doesn't matter. All right, so the AN PVQ 31A and 31B is the primary optic used for the M4 and M16A4. This optic is also commonly referred to as an RCO, which stands for Rifle Combat Optic. It is effective up to 400 meters in combat and around 800 meters in range. This is the basic optic we have. It's pretty much the how do I phrase this? The base for all other optics that we use. Some people prefer to do magnified red dot sights. I myself prefer the E-clan scopes, which are very similar to this, but a different configuration of ranging, I guess. But yeah, mine has a backup sight, which is a red dot. Once you graduate ITC and you get into actually joining a unit, I mean not joining a unit, joining an element, you're allowed to flesh out your loadout more, so you don't have to use the sight if you don't want to. There are other options available. However, I do know the maximum magnification power you're allowed is 4 power, which is what this sight is.
Okay.
I don't believe we use this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we don't generally use this side. So yeah. So the ACOG bullet drop compensator. So the way that this aiming works is that the tip of the arrow is 100 meters, the center of the arrow is 200 meters, and the bottom of the arrow, where the tip of the red line starts, is 300 meters. And then self-explanatory past there. The way you can quickly judge a range is if someone is facing you and their shoulders line up within the line, the ranging line, you can tell that range is what that is. So the one you see in the middle there, he's 500 meters away because his body fits within that line. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So any questions so far?
Oh, sir.
Alright, so let's get your loadout set up.